55 plus communities are popping up all over the country, a place where you can be yourself, have fun, and not be surrounded by the sights and sounds of the city. So I thought I'd make a video today to talk about 3 different 55 plus communities here in town in case you, a loved one, or a family member or friend is considering checking them out. Age-related communities are popping up all over the country and they're relatively new. 55places.com, which is a great resource if you're considering one, says there's over 400 of these in the country with more coming soon. They have various names they go by: lifestyle communities, retirement communities, but the reality is they're for older people, so youngins, stay away. I personally love seeing these kind of communities pop up because the reality is people are living happier, healthier, longer lives than ever. The days of just sitting in a corner in the wheelchair or going to a nursing home early are thankfully kind of fading into memory. People want to be active, be still involved with their community, still involved in a neighborhood, and want friends and family well into their 80s. So I've talked about what these communities are, and I want to talk about how people like my parents have just moved to town and would consider one. And now I'm going to talk about my 3 favorite 55 plus communities here in Middle Tennessee. First is Stonebridge in Lebanon. For those of you not familiar, Lebanon is off Highway 40 on the north side, just east of Mount Juliet. The development opened in 2010. Homes tend to range from $300,000 to $500,000. Price per square foot around $240. Average size of property around 1,700 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath. These are relatively new because, like I said earlier, most of these developments are pretty new. Next, we had the 55 plus community that I've worked at the most in Middle Tennessee. It's Del Webb out in Mount Juliet. You've probably heard of it. Del Webb is the leader nationally in the 55 plus community space. This property, this development is huge. Over 1,100 houses, a 15-acre lake at the front of the development right where you pull in, which is great for residents, and it's really, really cool. I've worked with 4 different people in this community. I stay in touch with them. They love living in Del Webb. If you've got a family member moving here, it's the #1 development I would recommend. The Cloister at St. Henry is our last development of the 3. Now, this is the oldest one. It was built in the early 80s when they started. It's a small development, just 250 places, and it is the most expensive of the ones on our list. The average price per square foot is around $340 a square foot, mainly because you're in West Nashville. It's cheaper than what's around, but expensive for these kind of communities. Now, the ones in here tend to be old, outdated, and most of the residents living in them have not renovated them because they're focused on living their life, saving their money, and being careful in everything that they do. As we close out this video, yet again, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button so I can share my message of peace, hope, and real estate all throughout the world. So whether you're a young buck just getting started looking for a place, a condo downtown, or someone in their late 50s to 60 plus looking for a 55 plus community, or somewhere in the middle, I'm glad to help you. Reach out as always. My contact info is on the screen. I can't wait to hear from you. Think Nashville, think Brad. We'll see you soon. Cheers.